Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gia. So today's video is going to be a little bit of a talk on anxiety and depression, and I'm going to be giving you some tips that have helped me on my own personal journey to heal from anxiety and depression and to not let these things rule my life. So there's lots that I have to say when it comes to this subject because for most of my life I've suffered with anxiety and depression, especially when I was a lot younger. Just so you know, this is not abnormal and it's completely okay if you feel like you may have anxiety or depression. There's nothing wrong with you. We are exposed to so many things at a young age and growing up that we have to persevere through. And these things are hard, these things are tough. Our society isn't built so we can win, unfortunately. And we go through a lot of things personally in our own lives, in our families, in our school systems, in our upbringing, just in general, that can lead us to having anxiety and depression at a young age. Our societal conditionings are super toxic, and especially as young men and women, we're going to experience these things at some point in our life. And there's ways that you can persevere through this. And I know that everyone has a unique scenario and a unique situation, and we've all been through different things in our life. Not one of us is exactly the same and has had the exact same story when it comes to anxiety and depression and our upbringing and things that have happened to us and around us. But just know that these things do not define us. Okay, we are still pure sovereign beings. No matter what happens in our life, it does not define who we are, and it should not steer us away from our soul's purpose and our worthiness. We are worthy, and we are worthy to be happy. We are worthy to experience happiness, to experience health, and to live a positive, uplifting life. You are worthy of abundance, okay? You are worthy of not having anxiety rule your life and control your mind. You are in control of your mind, okay? Just know that. I'm going to share some things that have personally helped me on my own journey. Please keep watching this video if you're interested in hearing more. I had anxiety from a very young age. I battled with an eating disorder for a lot of my younger life, a lot of body dysmorphia, being very uncomfortable with my sexuality, being uncomfortable in my body. So I did battle with a lot of anxiety, and I was super depressed, and I would use substance to numb my pain, and I wasn't very vocal that I was depressed or had anxiety to anyone around me, my family, my friends. I kind of kept it in and would lash out in certain ways. I would kind of just be really rebellious and use substance to kind of take away my anxiety and my pain in a very unhealthy way. I definitely have had a lot of experience being full of anxiety at a young age, and I know how it feels. I know how it can manifest. It can manifest into heart palpitations and feeling like you're going to have a heart attack and your chest hurts or your throat hurts. Personally, it would always manifest for me in my heart space. I would feel like my heart was pumping so fast. I would get pains in my lungs. I'd get pains in my lower abdomen, in my stomach. I would get pains in my throat, in my glands. And I would literally think I was dying. I would end up at the hospital every second day in the ER, bawling my eyes out, being like, what's wrong with me? I was getting tests and so many different things done because I had anxiety, and I didn't know that. And no one in the hospital could tell me, you have anxiety. So it was this cycle that lasted a lot of my young life. So that's all I'm gonna really say about my own personal experience. If you would like me to do another video on that. I would love to talk more about my own personal experience having anxiety, but I do know there's so many different ways that it can manifest into your physical body and emotionally, you know, feeling like you want to cry, feeling upset, feeling confused, not wanting to be around people or wanting to be around a lot of people, using substance to suppress your anxiety or your depression, not feeling motivated to get up out of bed in the morning, not feeling motivated to eat, or eating too much, or all the coping mechanisms that we have developed depending on our own unique situation or scenario. So just so you know, you're not alone if you're experiencing anxiety, and this is something that doesn't have to rule your life, and there are ways that can help you, but you just need to know that you have to do these things on a consistent basis in order to really see the results. Taking antidepressants is a quick fix and it's super unhealthy for you. You're literally taking something that is numbing your body and numbing your pain and isn't actually getting to the root cause of why you're feeling this way. I know everyone has their own unique situation and scenario, so I'm not trying to say that everyone's the same, because I know everyone isn't the same. But my own personal experience with that, it pretty much ruined my life and made me someone I completely wasn't. And I know so many other people that it's done the same to. So just so you know, there's a lot of other natural modalities that you can turn to when you are experiencing anxiety and depression. So I'm going to share some with you today. These things have helped me to navigate through my life more easy, you know, more at ease, more fluidly. They brought me more optimism. They brought me more acceptance to the fact that I am feeling anxiety. I am feeling a little bit of depression, but they've also helped me to realize that this is not who I am. This does not define me. What I am feeling is a feeling, and I know it's going to come and pass. So one of the main tips I will give you is when you are having anxiety, it's usually you are triggered, right? There's something that triggers you, whether that's if you have an eating disorder, you ate a big meal and you feel your stomach really bloated and you're like, oh my God, like this isn't okay. And thoughts keep going through your head, like you need to do something about it, or, you know, you're fat, or, you know, something. And it's about reworking those thoughts to being like, okay, I'm feeling the anxiety. Feel the anxiety. Know that it's there. It's okay that it's there. But tell yourself that it's going to pass. Tell yourself that it's not going to last forever. Tell yourself that you accept what is happening and you know that it does not define you. Literally repeat this mantra in your head when you are feeling the anxiety. And when it comes to the thoughts that you're thinking in your head, because usually it's a thought that kind of spirals into another thought, that spirals into another thought, that spirals into another thought, and then you just go down this dark wormhole of past thoughts and past feelings and past traumas that are triggering you into thinking that you are not good enough, you are not worthy, and your body isn't beautiful and all those things. But actually, it is. And actually, this is just your mind playing tricks on you. This is your subconscious mind and your conscious mind playing tricks on you because you are comfortable with going to this place in your mind. So when something happens that triggers you, whether it's something physically or mentally, you need to notice how your mind is operating, the thoughts that are going through your mind. And you need to understand that this is your mind starting to race. And from here, you need to start to feel where the anxiety is manifesting in your physical body. Because wherever it's manifesting in the physical body, that's where you need to focus on. Bring the energy from the head, from the thoughts, from the intellect down into the body. because this is where you don't spiral into those dark holes. This is where you can just feel if it's painful, if it's tense, if it's tight, and then you can release it through breathing, through breathing, through breathing. But don't let the mind control you while you're having anxiety. And I know this is easier said than done, but this is a huge thing that will help you. And some things that have helped me more is repeating mantras in my head. This is why we repeat mantras, because the more that we repeat them, the more that our mind believes us. Our mind is a good servant, but a horrible master. Okay, we are in control of our minds, and if our mind is controlling us, we're not gonna be healthy, and the anxiety is gonna manifest. So if those thoughts keep manifesting and going, they're gonna blow up into something huge, something way bigger than they were, and that is what is gonna cause and trigger your anxiety attack. So let's not let those thoughts blow up into all of the things you've done in the past that are triggering you, and the trauma and all those things, and let's bring attention to the body. So once you drop into the body, don't wish away your anxiety. Don't tell your anxiety, oh, like, I don't want to feel this. Like, why am I feeling this? This is not, like, I'm angry. Like, oh, like, I don't want to feel this. No. Like, don't be, like, angry about it. Just accept it. Put your hand on your heart. Put your hand on your stomach and breathe. Breathe in for a count of 8. Hold the breath for a count of 4. And exhale for a count of 10. And just keep breathing like this, inhaling, holding, and exhaling. Feel the anxiety. Tell yourself you're going to be okay. Repeat a mantra in your head. I am accepting this feeling, and I am letting it flow through me. I am accepting this feeling, and I am letting it flow through me. I am accepting this feeling, and I am letting it flow through me. Say it out loud. I am accepting this feeling. I am letting it flow through me. And breathe, okay? I promise. Just do this exercise. And I know that it's easy for me to say this, but this has personally helped me, and I know that it may feel silly at first, and you could be having anxiety outside or in a social setting, and it's okay to be like, hey, like, I'm gonna go take a few minutes, or hey, I gotta go to the washroom for a sec. Do this in the washroom. I've done that so many times. Just sitting down in the washroom, breathing, like calming myself down, centering my mind, like everything's okay. What's happening right now, it doesn't define you. It's not who you are. And repeat to yourself, this feeling will pass and it does not define me. This feeling will pass and it does not define me. This feeling will pass and it does not define me. And keep breathing, and literally sit there and breathe until the anxiety goes away. I promise it will go away eventually. And you're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna feel more whole. You're gonna feel more centered. And this is something that has helped me personally so much. So I'm excited to share this simple remedy with you, this simple therapeutic breath that you can practice. There's different ways that you can breathe, and they're super therapeutic and super healing. So the breathing and going into the physical body and out of the mind will help to ground your energy, and that's what we want to do when we are having anxiety. We want to ground our energy and feel like we are rooted into the earth, because all the energy is up here, and this is where the anxiety manifests. So when we bring it into the body, then we can ground it down, and then it will release into the earth, and Mother Earth will help you transmute this energy. This will calm down the nervous system and calm down the heart. Another thing to do if you're experiencing anxiety and if you're feeling depressed is to go out into nature, like go on a walk, go out into nature, put your feet into the ground, feel the cool mud on your toes, touch the trees, lie on the grass. This is a simple thing that you can do to ground your energy. And you can even meditate, and you can just be in nature and enjoy the nature. Slow down the mind and go to the frequency of the plants. Adopt the frequency of the plants and start to slow down your frequency and to move at that slow, wise frequency of the earth. And this will help you to ground, and it will instantly help you to feel better. Also feels so good to get fresh air, and you're going to feel so much more clear. And of course, doing yoga. Okay, doing yoga. I know that some people could feel intimidated by yoga. Like, I don't know how to do yoga. I don't know if I'm doing it right. I don't want to hurt myself. There's a couple poses that you can do that I do every day when I'm feeling tense or irritated. And I just do these poses and I feel so much better. And a few of them are, you can literally just lie down and put your knees into your chest and hug yourself and rock side to side. Feel your lower back on the ground, and this will really help you to ground. You can also just do a forward fold, like stand, inhale up, exhale, fold, and feel like the crown of your head kind of like connect to the ground, and take 10 deep breaths in a forward fold position. This will release so much tension from your lower back, from your hamstrings, and will help to align all of your energy. So any anxiety or feelings of unworthiness, or just like if you're too much in the headspace, this is really gonna help to ground you. Another amazing yoga pose that you can do is just twisting your body. This really helps to stimulate your digestive system and to get the energy flowing in your body. So literally just twisting. You can do this standing, you can do this sitting. It honestly feels so good, and I promise you this isn't weird, and this is like really helping the energy to flow throughout your body. So please twist, just keep twisting. Honestly feels so good. And then you can just sit. Take a moment, close your eyes. This is really, really gonna help you as well. Remember, if the body is still, then the mind will become still. But you also need to get the energy moving. So the twisting, and even just dancing, like even just starting to move your body in weird ways. Like obviously if you're like alone or you're somewhere comfortable, like start to shake. You can like shake your body. You can just like start to move, start to stretch in whatever way you like. Like this will help to get the energy moving and will help you to release whatever needs to be released, okay? And another really good yoga pose is pigeon pose. So you can look up pigeon pose. This pose is amazing for helping you release stagnant emotions within the body. I do this one every single night, even when I don't want to, and I promise you it helps so much, especially if you can't sleep because you have anxiety or an overactive mind, and especially if you have any kind of pain in your lower back. This will really, really help. And you can just do this pose on your bed. Always remember that you are safe in your body. You are safe in your body, and your body loves you, and you love your body. And this is all about developing a safe, trusting relationship with your body. You are in control of the way you act when you are having anxiety. You are in control of your reaction to the anxiety. And you changing your reaction when you're having anxiety, this is actually going to heal you over time, because your mind and your body remembers these things. Your mind and your body remembers how you react to things. So if you react with panic and confusion and just letting it take over your body, then that's just gonna be how it is. But if you react with a calm state of mind, with focus and with intention and with breathing and with sending the positive light energy to anything that is trying to harm you or take away your peace, you are being in control of your body, even if you feel like you're not. And this is something that your mind remembers. Scientifically, you are creating new neural pathways in your brain so that next time you feel anxiety, you're not going to this fight or flight state, because that's all your mind knows. Your mind's going to think of all the other possibilities that you could do right now that will actually help you. So when your mind starts to remember these things that can help you, these natural healing modalities, the breath, the stillness, the yoga, the movement, the mantras, then you're going to be able to actually heal yourself, and you're going to be able to remember. And then you'll be able to build a healthy trust with your body and your mind. You have the power to change the stories that you've created in your head. These stories are not real. These stories are stories that you've created, and it usually stems from trauma that we've experienced in the past. So just know you got this, and I believe in you. I believe that you can eliminate your anxiety through these healing practices. Your nervous system doesn't function through thought, it functions through feelings. So some ways that can also help you heal from your anxiety is identifying your triggers. You have to identify why you're having anxiety in order to heal it. So when you are having anxiety or when you feel triggered, and triggered could look like someone making you insecure really quick, or you having a thought that makes you feel very uncomfortable or insecure, and you're like, why do I feel this way? And write it down. What were you thinking of when you were triggered? What were you thinking of before you had the anxiety? And what did it make you feel like? Because it's the feeling that the memory is tied to. It's that feeling that that memory brought you. And why are you feeling that way? So you can write down why you're feeling that way, and you can start to identify your triggers. And feel free to look up online different trigger identifying your trigger prompts, so you can start to journal and identify your triggers. And once you've identified some things that trigger you constantly, you can be like, that thing triggers me, and now I'm conscious of it, that thought. And then you can start to go deeper and be like, I'm triggered by that because this happened when I was 13, or this happened when I was 3 years old, or I'm carrying this resentment to this person and I need to forgive them and release this in order to not be triggered anymore. So then you can start to do the really mature, wise work of actually healing your deep-rooted trauma and the reason that you have these triggers. So start to identify that these triggers that you have are self-destructive and are hurting you physically and mentally, and know that these triggers are things that you can change within your mind, and they don't define you and they don't control you. And this isn't about being happy all the time and feeling great and not ever feeling triggered again. This is a consistent practice to start to heal. So just don't be in denial of your triggers. Don't be in denial that you have anxiety or you're feeling depressed. Don't just try to be happy all the time and brush it off and everything's fine. Really sit with why you're feeling certain ways and sit with the feeling. Don't try to eliminate it right away. And this is how you can actually heal and identify why you feel certain ways. And just like you identify your triggers, it's super necessary for you to identify your unhealthy, self-destructive habits. We all have habits, something that we just do habitually because we know it brings us instant gratification or it brings us comfort, and we know these things aren't good for us. So if you're doing certain things that you regularly do, but after you don't really feel that good, but in the moment it made you feel good, That's like a coping mechanism that you've developed in order to protect yourself, right? We're always trying to protect our heart, protect ourselves from being hurt or feeling pain. So we develop these habits. So identify what habits that you have that are self-destructive or that are not bettering you and are not assisting you in actually healing. Going to therapy is okay. Having a therapist is amazing. I need to talk to a therapist. You need to talk to a therapist. We all do. Like, honestly, to talk to someone that can just mirror you, that doesn't know your situation personally and isn't like a friend or a family member is super important, especially if you feel like you are depressed or you don't know how to deal with your triggers or your depression. Seeking a therapist is healthy, so that is definitely something I'm going to recommend you to do. And find someone that you vibe with, find someone that you know actually cares about your situation and that is recommended to you. Find someone that you're very comfortable with. And this may be scary for a lot of people and even triggering, right? So this is a step in the right direction, and it may be hard at first, but I promise it's going to get easier. Once you start to open up about how you're feeling, then you can actually see what's going on inside with another human being mirroring it to you. So seeking a therapist, I promise, will really, really help you. And always remind yourself that healing is a process. If you are feeling depressed or anxious, know that that's okay. It's going to pass. This isn't going to be your life forever. Don't deny that you feel this way. It's okay that you feel this way. And I believe that you have the power and you have the ability to change these circumstances. Waking up in the morning and seeing the sunshine and seeing the day and being alive is enough, okay? You are enough and you've always been enough. And just know whatever's happening around you, it does not define you. Your soul defines you, okay? Your soul defines you. Emotions come and emotions go, and nothing is going to last forever. So just know you are protected, you are safe, and you are loved. Journaling is another amazing way that can help you release your thoughts, to put them on paper. If you feel depressed or anxious, journal your thoughts, journal how you're feeling. Just like you're gonna journal your triggers and your unhealthy habits, journal just how you're feeling every day. And if you're really in a dark, dark place, pull yourself out of that place by journaling your best case scenario. Journaling exactly how you want your life to be. Journal every single detail of how you want your life to be. And then sit with it for like 10 minutes and just visualize it in your mind. Visualize how it makes you feel. Visualize all the amazing parts of your perfect day, of everything that's happening around you, and just like how everything is making you feel and how abundant and whole you feel that day. And just know that you can cultivate that feeling every single day for yourself. And this is something that personally has pulled me out of really dark places, is visualizing a brighter day for myself. So then tomorrow when you wake up, you'll be in a brighter place and you'll have more optimism for life. Manifest your dreams and manifest yourself getting better, because you can do it. I believe in you and I know you can. Hear my voice in your head next time you're having anxiety, okay? Breathe. Feel the anxiety in your body. Chant the mantras. And thank you so much for watching this video. Honestly, I was kind of nervous to film this because this is something that I know a lot of us go through, and I've been through a lot with anxiety and depression, and I just feel like it's so relevant and it's a little bit of a touchy subject. So thank you so much for watching this video and listening to my advice. And I'm always here if you want to talk. Please comment your favorite mantra down below that you like to say if you are feeling anxiety or any kind of depression. I would like to know your favorite mantra to chant or to say. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I would love to hear any feedback about anything that you're going through and how you're dealing with it in a healthy way. And I love you so much. I will see you soon. Have a beautiful day. Bye.